Hi, I just want to give you a slight introduction to the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum. In the past, the Tuol Sleng Museum was a secondary school, and it was basically a high school before it became a prison. So basically, it was usurped under the Ponfel regime. uh, it used to be a school because there's like a school building, and basically after the 17th April in 1975, Pol Pot clique had transformed it into a prison called the S-21, Security Office 21, which was the biggest in Cambodia Democratic. It was surrounded with the double wall of corrugated iron surmounted by dense barbed wires. The classrooms on the ground and the first floor were pierced and divided into individual cells, whereas the ones on the second floor were used as mass detention. Several thousands of victims, peasants, workers, technicians, engineers, doctors, students, Buddhist monks, and Cambodian diplomatic corps, foreigners, etc., were imprisoned and exterminated with their wives and their children. So basically, this place where I am, I'm going to try and turn the camera so you see the wooden structured buildings at the back. And if you can see, this used to be what the old school was, but later on, of course, you can see the windows of the classrooms. There you go. And of course, later on, this was converted into a very high security barbed wire prison with a very small place inside. I'll show you the barbed wires as well in a second. I'm going to just turn it. And now you can find some jackfruits in this place. Today is May 20th. It's also a peace day or remembrance day for these people. So you can see the barbed wires at the back there. And also we have seen today there's a couple of survivors who've come to, as it's a remembrance day, to pay their homage, so to speak, to those who lost their lives. So these cells over here were used as instruments of torture, and dossiers and documents, lists of prisoners, names, and names of victims and their clothes, belongings. They are in the museums here, and mass graves surrounding this particular building in particular, and the other one in 15 kilometers southwest of Phom Phen in the village of Chung Ek, district Dangor, Kandil province, from where I've just come. So on that note, I'm just going to terminate my recording about this place, and I hope you have got to know some history about the Cambodia and why it's so much there. It was such an atrocity to mankind, where so many people, innocent people, died. I'm just going to turn the camera to these classrooms, what it must have looked, what it is, and as it stands today. But you can imagine, but today it's no longer, there you go at the back. Can you see that? So that was it was transformed into the S-21. And there's here behind me as well, if you can see that. And basically this place became known for the S-21. And I'm just going to show you this coconut tree, so low. Look, I'm just going to hold this coconut now. See? Normally they're so high in Tamil Nadu in India, but here it's just hanging down like that. This is in Cambodia, in Phom Phen, and I've come today on a very special day in S-21, and I'm just walking around the grounds of very people who actually were brought here. From a human rights angle, it makes me feel very good that I've come here today to pay my respects. But look at that building at the back. So from here they were transported without their knowledge. They were being told that they were taken to nice houses to stay, but actually they were taken blindfolded into the killing fields. I'm just going to go into and show you some more things here if I can. Oh, so 1 minute. So that was it basically, and this pole here, actually, I'm just going to show you. Okay, so that was actually this pole with cables attached was actually it was like the gallows. The Khmer Rouge utilized this place as interrogation room, and the interrogators tied both hands of the prisoners to the back by a rope and lift the prisoners upside down. So I'm just going to show you that again. And then basically they were questioned here, and basically just they were treated in the most atrocious manners. And those barrels over there, which you might have seen, which is also depicted in many paintings, which was filled with water, dirty water, sewage water, and filthy water, in which people was heads were put inside there, and just made them unconscious, and then the interrogation would start. So these were some of the ways in which the atrocities just carried on. And a lot of people obviously have been affected even till today, psychologically, emotionally, and mentally in not only Cambodia, but also I think the foreign tourists who are coming here obviously feel the pain of what went on, and how it was when you are actually standing there in practical is very different to what you see read about in books. So this particular building here, which I'm just passing, was called the Building A, and it contains 3 stories, which was divided into cells. I'm just going to show you. Look, that's the Building A behind me, and the first floor had only 10 cells used for jailing, interrogating and torturing the prisoners who had been the high officials. The second and third ones have big cells each, used for same purposes, but for more foreign prisoners or academics or whatever. And nowadays these areas are still standing here to show how the people suffered the atrocities of the Pol Pot regime. So there's lots of history embedded in these buildings. I think they are the similar buildings since 1975, because a lot of it's been chipped off, as you can see there at the back. And I'm just going to bring it back to this point. So basically, which the United Nations educational, scientific and cultural organizations certified this place, and in the memory of the world registers, the Director General of UNESCO on dated 31st July 2009 made this a UNESCO heritage site. So on that note, friends, I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.